Your school spent 12 years teaching you algebra, the periodic table, and how to dissect a frog. But there was one class they never offered, the one that actually decides whether you'll spend your life rich or broke. In 1997, a guy named Robert Kiyosaki wrote a book that sold 32 million copies. Not because it had complicated financial jargon, but because it told people the one thing nobody else would say out loud: everything you learned about money is wrong. Here are the 7 lessons from Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And if you grew up middle class like me, buckle up, because some of this is going to hit uncomfortably close to home.
Most people think getting a raise is the answer. More money, more problems solved. Right? Wrong. Kiyosaki watched his poor dad, a highly educated government teacher, work hard his whole life and still die broke. Meanwhile, his friend Mike's dad, a guy who never even finished 8th grade, quietly built an empire. Here's the trap. You wake up scared you won't have money, so you take a job. The paycheck comes, you feel relief, then greed kicks in. New car, bigger apartment, nicer stuff. Now you need more money, so you work more. The fear comes back. Sound familiar? Kiyosaki has a name for this: the rat race. The rich figured out something different. They don't trade time for money, they make money do the work. They own things that pay them while they sleep. The rest of us are renting our hours out, hoping the landlord is generous this year.
Here's the simplest, most powerful idea in the book, and I want you to tattoo this to your brain. An asset puts money in your pocket, a liability takes it out. That's it. Now here's the brutal part. Most people think their house is an asset. Robert Kiyosaki says it isn't. Your house costs you money: property taxes, maintenance, insurance, mortgage, interest. That's money leaving your pocket every single month. It only becomes an asset when someone else is paying you to live in it. Most people work their whole lives buying liabilities they believe are assets. And when they wonder why they're still broke despite making decent money, this is why they learned how to earn money. Nobody ever taught them how to keep it.
Here's a fact that should ruin your day. When you go to work, you're making 3 parties rich: your employer, the government through taxes, and your bank through your mortgage. You're the engine, you just don't own the car. Ray Kroc, the founder of McDonald's, was once asked by a group of MBA students what business he was in. They laughed and said, "Hamburgers, obviously." He said, "No, I'm in the real estate business. Every McDonald's location sits on land Kroc owned. The burgers just paid the rent." You don't have to quit your job, keep it, but start building your asset column on the side: stocks, rental properties, a small business, royalties. Don't spend your life making someone else's balance sheet look beautiful. When income taxes were first introduced in England in 1874 and America in 1913, the public loved it. Finally, the rich would pay their fair share. Except that's not what happened. The government needed more money, the taxes crept down, and who got hit hardest? The educated, hard-working middle class. Every single time. Here's what the rich figured out that nobody teaches you: corporations change everything. A corporation earns money, pays its expenses, then pays taxes on what's left. An employee earns money, pays taxes first, then lives on what's left. That difference in sequence is worth millions over a lifetime. This isn't about being shady, it's about understanding the game. The same game that's been running since before you were born.
During the early 90s recession in Arizona, when everyone was panicking and selling, Kiyosaki was buying. He found a house worth $75,000 being sold for $20,000. He didn't have the $2,000 down payment, so he borrowed it from a friend for 200 feet, then immediately listed the house for $60,000 with no down payment required. Total time, 5 hours. Total profit, tens of thousands of dollars. Now, most people hear that and say that's too risky or I can never do that. And that's exactly the difference. Your mind is your most powerful asset. Financial intelligence doesn't just help you save money. It helps you see opportunities that are invisible to everyone else. The world is constantly handing out opportunities of a lifetime. The question is, have you trained yourself to see them?
Kiyosaki once met a journalist in Singapore who desperately wanted to be a best-selling author. Her writing was excellent, she just couldn't sell. He suggested she take a sales course. She was offended. She had a master's degree in English literature. He calmly pointed out he was a best-selling author, not a best-writing author. She stormed off. Her books are still probably in a box somewhere. Most talented people are one skill away from greatness. The world is full of brilliant engineers who can't sell themselves, writers who can't market their work, and geniuses who never learn to manage people, specialize too narrowly, and you become a dependency, trapped, easy to replace, easy to underpay. Learn sales, learn communication, learn how to manage cash systems and people. These skills compound. Every new skill you add doesn't add to your value, it multiplies it.
Here's what's wild. You could understand everything in this video and still end up broke, because the final boss isn't ignorance, it's you. Specifically, fear, cynicism, laziness, and bad habits. Fear keeps you playing not to lose instead of playing to win. A balanced, diversified portfolio feels safe, but safe isn't how anyone got rich. Cynicism makes you listen to your broke neighbor's opinion about why a good deal is a bad deal. Laziness masquerades as being comfortable, and the fix for laziness, Kiyosaki says, isn't discipline, it's a little bit of greed. Ask yourself, how can I afford this? Not, I can't afford this. The first opens your brain, the second closes it. And bad habits? Poor dad paid everyone else first. Landlord, government, bank, and himself last. Rich dad paid himself first. Even when money was tight, that pressure forced him to find ways to earn more. The discomfort was the engine.
The system wasn't designed to make you rich. It was designed to make you a reliable, replaceable worker. Not because anyone is evil, just because that's how it was built, and nobody updated the manual. The good news? You're watching this, which means you already did something 99% of people never bother to do. You looked up. Now go buy something that pays you back. And if this landed, you know what to do.